It's an upcoming federal holiday, but many people are still unsure what it is or why it's so important.
Yeah, we're talking about Juneteenth. According to the National Museum of African American History and Culture, on June 19, 1865, Union troops arrived to Galveston Bay, Texas, to inform more than 250,000 slaves they were free.
They were the last to learn the news, which reached them nearly 2 years after President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing slaves across the country.
And now libraries across our area are highlighting what some view as America's second Independence Day. That's 16-year-old Shalon Robinson.
I've played in the symphonic band, I've played in the orchestra.
Now, the Pike High School junior brings his talents from school to the Kurt Vonnegut Museum and Library Juneteenth celebration.
I'll be hosting a drum circle, and anybody is welcome to come out and play with us.
Shalon believes in the effort the Vonnegut Library is making to educate people about the origins of the federal Juneteenth holiday.
I love learning, so little stuff like that, especially about my history, I had to learn about.
We'll have a section on community life.
Julia Whitehead founded the Vonnegut.
The disservice done to African Americans in our history is unconscionable, right?
She's collaborating with many in Indy's Black community to help organize a day for the public to stop by and learn.
We come together for lots of things, but this day is a little bit different because it is a celebration of freedom for Black Americans. Full stop.
The Juneteenth event will feature photos and stories of life on the Avenue from locals, recounting the times when Indiana Avenue was the center of a vibrant cultural Black experience and neighborhood in Indianapolis.
The rich history, but also many of these people are still around who can advise us on how to make the Avenue a thriving Black cultural center again.
Just blocks from the Vonnegut,
I think a lot of people don't know about Juneteenth.
At the Indiana State Library.
This is America. This is where we live. We get very excited on July 4th. We should also get excited about Juneteenth, I think.
You'll find librarian Suzanne Walker in the Indiana Young Readers Center.
When Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves through the Emancipation Proclamation, the word didn't get out right away to all of the states. And so when it finally reached Texas was the last state that got the news that emancipation had happened.
She's compiled a collection of children's books, all with Indiana connections.
This is called Freedom Over Me by Ashley Bryan.
To help educate about the legacy of Juneteenth.
The humanity of people is really showcased in this book. They've got, you know, a beautiful painting of the person that they're talking about. They have their cost, which is unbelievable. And then they talk about their work in the plantation, but then they talk about what they would like to be doing as a person.
The State Library also gives visitors access to read the Emancipation Proclamation, the historic U.S. document at the center of Juneteenth.
Well, there are so many holidays that you see on the calendar that maybe you yourself don't celebrate. And Juneteenth is really for all Americans, I think. And if you think it's not for you, you can go ahead and maybe step one is just research and learn a little bit about it.
Well, the Kurt Vonnegut Museum and Library is hosting its Juneteenth event on Wednesday, June 19th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. There's free admission all day, a lineup of local speakers along with refreshments, games for kids, the drum circle, and the unveiling of the new On the Avenue exhibit. We've linked all the information to our website in this story at WRTV.com. The Indianapolis Central Public Library is closed on Juneteenth since it's a federal holiday, but it is hosting its 7th annual Book Fest and Juneteenth celebration this weekend. On Saturday, the library's Center for Black Literature and Culture is hosting about a dozen authors to speak about African Americans and the arts and about the lessons we can learn from Juneteenth. Librarians say this is an event for all ages since it's never too early for kids to learn about history.
So if you start a baby off eating mangoes or eating fruit, like that's how they develop their palate. Learning your history, the background of where you come from is the same. So you're never too young to start.
The event will also feature a film screening from IU Bloomington Black Film Center and Archive. The Book Fest and Juneteenth celebration runs from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. this Saturday, June 15th at the Indy Central Public Library downtown.